Like, instead of saying, hey, Stephen A. bought Molly these shoes.
I did do that.
Yeah, but then he said, but wait, there's more. Oh. These refs. Ha!
Ruining the game, Pat.
There's a Lions fan.
NFL's rigged here. Come on now.
Brad Allen, his crew that have been demoted allegedly from the playoffs. This whole thing, this is just standard operating procedure. It's been happening since the beginning of time, especially with numbers and everything that used to be for numbers. Now on the defensive side, offensive side, there's certainly question marks, but the offensive line still has to wear, I think it's 50 and 80. And if it's anything in there and you're going to a position that is eligible to receive a catch or to receive the ball, well, the defense is going to have to know that. And also the refs are, whenever they're looking at the line and who's where and who's what, they have to know who is potentially going to receive a catch. There's been centers before that have been reported eligible. There's been guards that have been eligible with the way it's been set up. And it happens a lot more often than people even realize. Bill Belichick used to use this like 15 times a game. Now, Sewell's trying to block old Cuz from being seen by the defense. He's now going to announce it. Defense listening, but not 70 then gets called eligible over the MC in-house. Then 70's coming on the field to try to make it look like he's potentially doing. So now the defense has a soul walking this way, guarding somebody, with somebody coming on from the sideline. So the defense is trying to make a lot of decisions. I've never seen eye candy on a reporting. It's high IQ stuff. And then all of a sudden, boom, bang, worst things have all happens. We fail. 4 straight 2-point conversion mindsets. We're going even from the 7. We're going to do this whole thing. Now, instead of a historic season, we still have the opportunity to do it. We have a little bit of a same old Lions situation here brewing. David Tepper, owner of the Panthers, takes a cup as if he's at a bar, like Clubsy in Morgantown, and throws some ice and some backwash on somebody in the stadium there in Jacksonville that he was not happy with. Now, I've been told numerous different stories that the person that got hit with that ice, broken neck. There's been a couple other rumblings.
Ice in the eye.
Yeah, ice in the eye, blind. If this is what this guy's doing out of a suite at another stadium, what are these Monday meetings like with these coaches? I assume he's got to be incredibly intelligent in some form of business. Because with how big of an asshole he acts, he should not be as successful as he is. Second wealthiest owner in the whole NFL. To act this way, got to be great at something.
I want to focus on 1st and 10 after the interception. I believe there's a 5 or 6 yard carry by Pollard, and they call it tripping when it was Hutchinson who reached his foot out to try and trip the back. They called the tripping on Dallas. First of all, I don't think it should have been a trip because he didn't get him down. Now, there are trips that happen. I mean, TJ Watt got a sack on me a few years ago when he totally tripped me and didn't call, right?
That was a tackle with his leg.
Yeah, exactly. But because they threw the flag, it should have been on Hutchinson. That half a distance to the goal, that's a first down. There's 40 more seconds or a timeout. I don't think the situation would have even been close had they just made this correct call. So what would have been better in the situation for Dallas is 2nd 2.5, because then you have a chance to an extra down for a first down. We're not starting back on a first down. Then you have 3 downs. Now you have 2nd down. You can get another first down. Now you basically get an extra down, extra 40 seconds, or make them call a timeout.
Do we have Orlovsky on?
I hope not.
He had Jeffrey Dahmer glasses on and was sniffing heels of the host on camera.
I heard it, Connor.
Sorry, dude. People with foot fetishes creep me out.
Here's what I don't understand is why everyone is so taken aback. It's the first time she's worn the shoes. Of course, they're going to smell totally normal.
Dan, you have Dahmer glasses on. Then you just take a lady's shoe and sniff it.
She gave me the shoe because she was like, listen, these are the shoes that Stephen A. bought me because the UConn national title bet. This is the first time I'm wearing it. They just showed up in my office this morning. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but you as Dahmer decided to smell it. Like instead of saying, hey, Stephen A. bought Molly these shoes.
I did do that.
Yeah, but then he said, but wait, there's more. Oh. How often are you smelling shoes?
I feel like I smell my kids' shoes probably once or twice a year.
Just in case there's dog doo-doo on her?
Yeah, or just sometimes you're like, yo, guys, this is gross. Take a shower.
And you were like, Molly, not gross. Don't take a shower. Is that what?
What is wrong with you?
That's not what you're at.
Whose shoe did you smell today?
I don't think I smelled anybody's shoes in my whole... Yeah.
Did she ask you to smell it?
No.
I don't fucking care. I love smelling shoes. I looked into this day in history today, funny enough. And about a year ago, this day in history. Yeah. We'll just. How you doing?
Good start.
It was a year ago on the day.
Flawless, absolutely flawless.
Yeah, this is why we don't do it. We try.
By the way, on this day in history, AB walked off.
That was it. Why'd you say it? That was it. Why'd you ruin it? It was gonna come up again. That was the one, Tony. The one time I actually have something that I like in history. You're gonna. They suck.
That's what we'll do 1 year from now. We'll look back on about a year ago, January 2nd.
Tony's a real sack of subs. You sack of subs.
Pilot described our sandwiches as. In the back of the plane, there'll be a sack of subs in the back.
So, yes, son of a bitch.
Yes.
So rude. This is Dan
Sniffing
Orlover.
shoes, burping.
You guys deserve that.
Back for the
when
program.
he farted in his microphone?
You guys deserve that. That's kind of like my feeling towards you today.
Thanks for not chewing on popcorn today.
Hey, remember when
That's
you were
changed.
going through that entire run where you thought you were Brad Pitt and you were eating every time you were on our show?
What were you thinking the other day when Reese was speaking?
I thought Reese was about to send himself right off of a job. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Whoa. I was like, whoa. Reese about to do this. I've never been more uncomfortable. I'm sitting there.
Jalen Milroe often wears his own branded apparel reading LANK across the front. It's an acronym that stands for Let a Naysayer Know. Being told by his former offensive coordinator,
That
Bill
is
O'Brien.
not what I thought.
Is that not what you thought?
Boy, let a naysayer know.
Let a naysayer know.
Of course.
The professional's right in the middle of his lead. That's all right. I just keep going.
You almost lost me again. It got real tight up here as you were. You never want to interrupt somebody, but you should see what my heart was doing. I thought it was over for Reese. I thought we were looking for a new host. I don't know if he knew by the end of that segment.
No, I don't
No
think so.
idea.
No, he had no clue.
That's what made it even better.
Yeah, what
Still
about
doesn't.
It's the Super Bowl for the Bears just about every year because they haven't been in the playoffs in so long. So this is their Super Bowl. Matt's never lost to them, I don't think. It's like 9 in a row.
Yeah, I believe so.
That was a rhetorical question. At least 9 in a row.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he knew.
18, we got beat by him there. And it's definitely 9 in a row. Is it a rivalry anymore?
Oh, jeez.
Fair question.
If they can't beat us, is it a rivalry?
You're like bug windshield type thing. We're going to run into each other, but really.
Every coach that gets hired in Chicago, his first goal is to beat Green Bay. Been rough the last 30 plus years. I think there was a lot of people like, all right, Favre's out of here. This young kid ain't getting worth a shit. And then we had our run. And then, okay, the old guy's out of here. This young kid's ain't gonna be worth a shit. And they're like, oh shit, Jordan Love's pretty damn good.
Oh, no. They got another one over there in that tiny little town. This week, everything's on the line.
That's right.
It's always blood ball, baby.
The Super Bowl, it is blood ball. You're right. It is blood ball.
I think it's gonna be a good day for the G&G.
Hopefully, Jair Alexander just makes himself captain again. Excited to see him. You brought up Flacco there. He's been so much fun to watch. And he also says water. I don't know if you know that. He's a water speaker. So
I'm a water guy too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
We're both from New Jersey. It's all it's all part of our dialogue. I think he's comeback player of the year. I said it after the and anybody listen to the pod. I said it after the Rams game. I mean, this guy's coming back from 2018. Look, I mean, DeMar Hamlin. Understanding that.
We're very proud of him. Yeah. Way to go, DeMar.
I get that.
Love
I mean,
DeMar.
you come back from death, you deserve an award. I don't get. I get that.
Yep,
right?
we all agree.
But Flacco's coming back from 2018, and the other guy on this list that I don't think gets enough love. I don't think he gets enough.
Yeah. This guy, comeback player of the year, he traveled in time.
I mean, we've had 2 fashion changes since Flacco played good. I mean, things have been in and out of style since he played well. I'll tell you, the other guy is Stafford. Like, this guy's playing at a high. I know Martindale mentioned that he should be in the MVP. I think the guy, since he's come back off the injury, unbelievable the way he's been able to play. And when they have that running game going, man, they're tough.
Yeah, the Rams are tough. A lot of teams are peaking right now, including those two guys' teams coming into the playoff run. Last question for me before
Rose Bowl should be the national championship site every year.
I just heard Stephen A. Smith yesterday say they should play the Rose Bowl in SoFi.
He did not say that.
It's impossible to get in and out of there is what he was saying, which is very real after we experience it. Yeah. But that field, that stadium, the vibe, the temperature, it felt big.
There is something about that place, about the stadium, about the sunset, about the mountains, the atmosphere, the vibe. The game feels significantly bigger in that environment. When you are watching the Rose Bowl, you remember that Vince Young game against the USC. You remember all those big moments. There's just something special about that place. And I think holding the national championship game there every single year would be very, very fitting for a game that is losing a lot of its history and tradition in college football. Let's hold on to one thing.
You know what I do disagree with when coaches say, hey, give it 110%. I'm like, no, then I'll give 111 if this is fairyland. If this is you can give 100%. Do not tell me 110 because we will continue to go up and up.
All right, if we're just making up numbers now, sweet. I'm going to go 114, actually. How about that? Right in your face. Everybody else going 110? Ooh, sorry about it. Well, we're going to go 114. Well, welcome to 115%. That's what I'm doing right here. Give it your all and a little bit more. Well, that's not possible then. I didn't give my all. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You guys ever seen the statue of the dude who's laying down and his meat and his mouth are rubbed off because if you rub your meat on him, it'll make you get pregnant. Yeah, like, you ever seen it? It's all worn down.
That is Italy or France, and it is for women, and they go there if they want to get pregnant.
They grind it a little bit, worn down.
They're grinding statues' dongs?
Yes, face and mouth too.
Some people just grind it saying, hey, I'd like to get pregnant. Other women are like, you know what? I'm fully service this thing. Mouth on there.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's what you were saying, not me. I don't know anything. I just learned
No,
it.
I'm saying what's worn down. I think the mouth and the meat are both worn down because people will sit there and they grind on it and they say, oh, here we go. This dude's going to get me pregnant.
This doesn't feel exactly real. How about AJ gets this picture sent to him?
That's not true.
And he goes, let's see what other parts of my fingers look good. All right, let's go check the mouth. That's exactly what he did. That's why you look at chin. The guy gets real freaky with the chin.
That's how he died.
He got a little smile on his face, too.
And you go, how could you not? The whole world's coming to ride this guy. Don't have to do anything. Well, it's 90% luck, 20% skill, 55%
concentration,
will.
5% pleasure, 50% pain.
Yep.
And 100% reason to remember the name.
Oh, hell yeah. I just felt like we just weren't into a movie right now.
I got chills.
What a song.
You put a little slow motion behind that
Oh,
as that song was being sung.
Gotta love it when your whole life is documented, man. You definitely make some mistakes.
Uh-oh. First, I got my Gatorade, so I'm good. Second, let's go.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain.
To be clear, we do not think that more people should jump over the judge's thing at the judge. But with that being said, that dude missed out on probably a good football career.
Long jump, Olympics.
Certainly long jump, but he looked like Paul Mullen.
Bingo. Yeah.
You go back to Penn State, LeVar Arrington used to do that. Judge sat in the pocket, try to evade there. Didn't have a lot of outs. I think she was kind of trapped by a couple of things.
Grab the gavel, bash that
When
guy.
he's flying through the air, if she does take gavel and and also an extra 20 years, boom, gavel, jaw, and then gavel 20 more years. At one point, your name was Brad Marchand, and everybody just knew you as the pest, the menace, the guy's going to stir it up, and then also...
Guy's really good looking.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Were they saying that? Was that a part of it?
That's what I like to tell myself anyway.
Super handsome. Some people called you the rat. Then all of a sudden your name would change to Brad Marchand, and you're the captain of the team now. Are you still the menace, the pest guy? Do you have to bury that down as you're the captain, as you've matured?
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of different things go into it when you're the captain. You got to lead by example. Also, just being on the radar, I think I'm, at this point, the most suspended player in the history of the game. So don't want to continue going down that road, so you got to try to clean it up here.
Listen to Dan Campbell coming fresh off a devastating loss to the Dallas Cowboys.
So after that play, you had said, you told the offense, you're going for 2 on the final drive if you score, but you regretted all the decision to go for it from the 7.
I told our offense, we're going for the win, and we're going to go down, we're going to score, and we're going for 2. And I wasn't coming off of that.
So if it was like 10 or 15, like a holding penalty, you still would have gone for it?
No, if we're getting outside the 10, no.
Okay,
we
that's why I'm
march
asking.
outside the 10 every week, good on good. We do it every week.
When you got the penalty, you move it to
Go ahead and say it. Say it.
Say it, man.
What?
Say it. Say what you want to say.
I think from the 7, it's a low percentage play. I think your chances of winning are lower than if you kick the extra point.
I would like you would say it to anybody else. I'm on the radio. Say it like you want to say it.
I thought it was a reckless decision.
Thank you.
Okay, but you don't regret it.
thank God that was radio.
So good.
MCDC, keep it going, man. Nobody else is doing that. He's fantastic. I see him shirtless with some dip in. Here's Mike Vrabel talking about the situation of the Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars this weekend, who could win the AFC South. Now, if the Jags lose to the Titans, which this press conference gave me a lot of hope, the winner of the Colts-Texans game Saturday night in the Loud House is the winner of the AFC South. Here's how Vrabel, who has no implications other than just his name on the line, addressed the situation.
Because it sucks to lose, Gentry.
Okay.
Trey, ever need to show you anything?
Did you have another thought, or no? I'm just curious. It fucking sucks. Losing. Awful. That's why I want to win.
Okay, Gentry.
Because you don't sleep. You want to win for the players that bust their tail. That's it.
Other guy starts asking questions. Any other fucking gems? Gentry? And then like an hour later, after the video has been seen a million times. All right, Gentry got me in. But I do love him. I am not done with Gentry. I don't know what you think this is, but we need to figure and sort this out. Obviously, another offseason has come, so now the conversation goes to Coach Saban might be done. Why do you think it gets brought up every single year as if you were going to be done?
Well, because I'm getting old, I guess.
You look good though, Coach.
Some players ask me when you're going to retire. I look at them and say, well, can you guarantee me that you're going to be here for 4 years? And they look at me like, hell no, I'm not making that. And I just think it's the way of the world now. College football has changed dramatically, especially in the last 3 or 4 years. Roster management, guys getting in the portal, pay for play is definitely alive and well.
Will you utilize this game, obviously, as motivation for the entire offseason? Have you kind of pieced that together yet, or are we still enjoying life from what we accomplished last season?
Well, we're not enjoying life after getting beat, I can tell you that. But, I think it's always a motivation for you when the season doesn't end like you want it to. Players are usually hungry and want to prove something, and hopefully that'll be the case with our team. But I think the big thing right now is trying to manage the roster and keep the team together.
Jair Alexander, he's back. Here he is chit-chatting about what he learned.
Oh, no. My interviews might be a little more serious. But other than that, no.
You got to be kidding me.
All the time.
This is delivery. He takes a comedic pause. My interviews might be a little more...
That's how he looked at him.
Serious. I love Jair. I want a Jair jersey. And we got Jamar Chase happening, an interview at his locker. It's maybe the most uncomfortable I've ever witnessed in my entire life. I don't know why everybody's just so comfortable to ask like very personal business stuff, like so publicly.
Probably just up front.
How do you want your contract?
Probably so, yeah.
Would you want guaranteed money in year 2?
Like, what is this?
I don't know. You're going a little too far now, buddy. I don't know. Give you a little spice. Don't take all of it.
Would you be open to taking less if it meant they could keep T. Higgins?
You take less? It's T. Higgins, T.
That's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? It depends how much I'm taking. It depends at the end of the day. Because then I might not really be taking a cut.
How about you? Are you going to write 3 less articles so that this person can write more? T. Higgins might have literally been playing ping pong 2 feet away. And they asked, are you willing to take less money so T. Higgins can maybe get paid? It's like, how is that okay? But what if he would have just flipped that thing? Well, I don't know. Are you willing to ask less questions so this person can do it? How about you take a demotion so that this person can maybe get your job? That is not normal. That's a bad spot to be in.
I've got some great McConaughey stories, man.
All right, we got 3 minutes. Let's make a,
Okay, I'll give you one. It's 2005, and I'm a freshman, okay? And we're going to the national championship. And this is like the last day. I'm redshirting. I've just got a front row seat to all the glory and all the wins. We're undefeated. Going to the national championship. It's the day before. It's the last practice in our bubble before we head off to go to California to the Rose Bowl. McConaughey comes in kind of right at the end, and he goes and puts his arm around Coach Brown. He says, hey, I got to talk to the team. I want to talk to the team. So Coach Brown, pulls everybody in. We're literally after this walkthrough, we're going to the bus, going to the airport, going to California. We're the underdogs to USC. And Matthew starts talking and kind of just mumbling. And finally, he just says, I had a dream. I got this song for you guys. And everybody's kind of looking around. We're holding. He goes, somebody don't think so. Somebody knows so. And we kind of look around and what's this dude talking about? And I kid you not, he does it again. Somebody don't think so. Somebody knows so. And bro, for 10 minutes, we are jumping up and down. Somebody don't think so. Somebody knows so.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we sang that all week long, and nobody believed that we were going to win the national championship. It was one of the best games ever in college football history, and we won. And I'll never forget that moment with McConaughey.
I would have walked into practice with this song.
Yeah.
I got a song. Mac. Bring the boys.